I have just one banjo. It's this one. It's the Gold Tone CC12, I believe. It's the open back 12-inch rim banjo. But I got to a point when I wanted to have at least 5 banjos and different styles for different playing. But that would be weird to have so many. So I'll try now to make most of this one banjo, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll talk a little bit later about what I did to get those sounds. Okay, so the first one was the Clawhammer in sawmill tuning, so that's kind of what this banjo is made for. Now I'm gonna do some 2-finger style banjo, gonna play some Spotted Pony and double C. Now don't hate me for it, because that's gonna be highly unorthodox, but I'm gonna put these on and try to check whether I can semi-convincingly try to play some bluegrass style, scratch style banjo, okay? Now let's do something crazy and try to emulate the Irish tenor banjo, and that's gonna be strange. Because I just took this first string and tuned it up to E, from D to E, but it doesn't break. And the Irish tenor banjo is tuned in fifths, like a fiddle would be, but G, D, A, and E. And I cannot do that using the same set of strings as normal banjo, open G. So I just have this, but let's see how it goes. And now let's go even further and let's try to play some jazz banjo, in a sense of New Orleans Dixieland jazz banjo, which traditionally is also in fifths, but like a viola, so C, G, what's there, D and A. I put a capo on just to give it a different feel, again with the pick, and like for the tenor, the Irish tenor, I muted the banjo to give it a different feel when I'm playing with the pick. It's kind of more percussive and a better way for that. That sounded pretty nice. Pretty convincing. So as you can see in those two examples, I just used the D, G, B, E tuning, which in, as far as I know, in jazz banjo setting, it's called Chicago tuning. And it's just like the 4 top strings of guitar. So you can use your guitar shapes for that. And it makes it so much easier if you play guitar like I do. So let's try to do the hardest probably, which would be the minstrel banjo or the low tuned banjo fretless. It's hard to imitate that without the nylon strings and, well, basically a totally different instrument, but let's try to tune it down and see how that goes. So that was like a double C tuning, but tuned down to A. So the strings are now really, really flat and kind of wobbly, but you can play. When it's quiet, it can give you a nice feel if you just... These are 11 gauge strings, factory strings from Gold Tone, and they can, you know, they can hold that. That sort of work. Okay, so that was my attempt to try all those different styles. And if you come up with any new ones or just have a comment about how that sounds, please do. It was pretty interesting, I think. Just trying to get as much as you can from one instrument of your choice.